Hi, I'm Madeleine Vail, and I'm doing this little video to review with you how to use your trolley needle thread controllers. A lot of people have bought them in my booth, and I just want to make sure everyone understands how to use these tools. First of all, I trace my pattern shapes onto the plastic side of freezer paper. I trace them with a ballpoint pen and cut them out exactly on the line. If you have multiple pieces of the exact same shape, you could make pattern pieces out of a thin cardboard, and then it's easier just to draw around those on the freezer paper, and you'll get more regular shapes. So you do need to do this on the plastic side of the freezer paper, because if you have an asymmetrical shape and you do it on the paper side, you will get a mirror image of your pattern piece. So always do it on the plastic side, and that will solve that problem. I cut the paper out exactly the size of the shape. The smoother you draw and the smoother you cut, the prettier your shape will be, because your fabric will take the exact shape of your freezer paper. So then I iron the plastic side of the freezer paper down onto the wrong side of my chosen fabrics. Be sure that your paper is up at that time, otherwise the plastic will adhere to the bottom of your iron. Then I cut out my fabric about 3/16 of an inch larger than my paper shape, and that's the seam allowance that we're going to use the trolley needle to turn back. So I fit the trolley needle to my finger so that the needle part is on the bottom of my index finger, and it sticks out about ½ an inch beyond the tip of my finger. I take a water-soluble glue stick, and anytime I have points on applique shapes, I take care of those first. So I put a little glue on those points. I put the point of the trolley needle on the point of the paper to protect it, because I want to only fold the fabric to the point of the paper. Then I will work in between those 2 points and turn in that excess fabric around that outer curve. So I'm going to protect the point of paper where I know it is, even though I can't see it, and turn the fabric to that point. Then I'm using the trolley needle vertically, and you can see that my fabric is already standing up and starting to turn already. So I'm just going to draw a tiny bit of fabric over the edge of that paper, snug up against the edge of that paper, forming little tiny tucks all in a row to ease in that excess fabric, so I'll have a very smooth curve on that outer edge. And I'm pressing the fabric into the glue with my left index finger. And I will protect that other point, just as I did the first one. Can you see those tiny little tucks that are formed on that edge? And now I'll do the other side. Start by protecting that point. And then just pull a little bit of fabric at a time. I'm only working about 1/8 of an inch ahead of my left index finger with that trolley needle. And press that fabric right into the glue, good and hard. I'll protect that other point and turn the fabric up to it. While the glue is still soft, you can sculpt those points a little better if you feel the need to. And then here's your shape all ready to sew.